Strategy Engine Run, or the Alert program, is often a program that we use with younger kids up until about year one to help them to have a language and as a cognitive thinking-based skill to help with their self-regulation.
It sort of reduces the complexity of talking about emotions and feelings, because that can be quite abstract for a lot of children. Like the way I feel angry and the way I look angry can look quite different the way that Emily looks and feels angry. So talking about emotions can be quite confusing for a child. Also, the words I might use for angry might be a different word. If Emily was feeling the same thing, it might be frustrated or annoyed. So quite often we find the Alert program as a way of simplifying that. And also some children have done a lot of emotions work and they're just over it and they don't want to talk about emotions anymore. Yeah. So this kind of brings it back, and it uses like a high, low, just right and terminology. The basis of the program is that it follows how your car runs. So your car might run slow, fast, or just right. And it's sort of matching the way your body feels. So fast being angry, anxious, over silly. So you're silly, and then angry, anxious, silly,
really worried or
scared. Yeah, so those sorts of feelings go into there. And then your low would be sort of bored, sleepy, sick, tired, really that flat, that kind of you're looking out the window but nobody's home sort of feeling. And then that just right is where you're actually thinking, you're listening, you're playing, you're interacting, you're doing your schoolwork, you're doing your actual work. So it sort of uses the car to talk about the speed of your body. You can also interchange it. I've used Winnie the Pooh as a bit of a basis. So too fast is Tigger, who just makes a mess of everything and breaks up like friendship groups and things like that. Just right might be Piglet. Yeah, Piglet's quite a good one. Yeah, or Rabbit.
Yeah.
And then too slow might be Eeyore, who sort of just misses cues and just misses what's going on around him. I don't know if you use any other analogies.
The movie Cars is quite a good one that fits in, because most kids have seen that movie or one of the movies in the series of them.
And just depending on what the favourite TV show of the day is, you can usually try and match it to different characters of how they might match to this. So kids, it's a good way of giving them that language. So instead of talking about all the emotions, you're just breaking it down into 3. So too fast, too slow, or just right for what you need to be able to do. So for sitting down and listening, you need to be green, you need to be that just right. Maybe during sports carnival when it's a bit hyped up and it's all silly, then maybe it's okay to be in that too fast. And just before bed, you kind of want to be in that too slow so that you're getting tired and so that you're winding down for bed.
And it's also really important that when you're teaching someone this language, that they have the opportunity to use it across lots of different situations and in relation to different people as well, because as Kate was saying before, different emotions look different for every person. So then it helps them to get a bit more of a base of knowledge around what each of those things look like and how it feels.
And also, it's not just using the language with the child. Like, we've encouraged like whole families to talk about it. And even in sessions ourselves, we use the language ourselves. Like talking about, oh gosh, I'm feeling too fast at the moment because I left this at home and now I've forgotten it and I now don't know what I'm going to do, and so I'm feeling a bit stressed about what my next game is going to be. And so you can sort of talk about it out loud and be really honest about how you're feeling and what's happened, so that they can sort of hear that story and how that fits to the different levels.
Yeah, sometimes this just starts off with parents or siblings talking about how their engine speeds are going, and then gradually the child or the children in that family then start to apply it to themselves.
One of the visuals that we use quite a lot with this is kind of a speed dial looking sort of visual, like it's a half moon shape, and it you can put an arrow on there with whatever those clip things are that hold it together and moves it, a swivel clip, I think. And then, so if depending on how verbal the child is, and it's not necessarily verbal in terms of words, but also in that stress state, can they use words as well? They can use the arrow to indicate how they're feeling. If they're not able to say, I'm too fast or I'm angry or this, they might use the arrows to indicate, and that's sort of that one step of getting closer to being able to articulate how they're feeling and communicating to others. I think we've also had in school, like a teacher might have one on their desk and just use the arrow to sort of let the child know how they're feeling or how the teacher perceives them to be feeling.
then adds another layer onto just using the high, just right, and slow or low engine speeds is then talking about someone's body clues and how you can actually tell that they're in that engine speed. So, for example, when you're in that fast, high engine speed, your muscles get really tight, your heart's going fast, your breathing short and sharp, compared to just right there, you're just feeling happy and relaxed.
Yeah.
Muscle, you're just there. And low, you're feeling soft and fluffy, and your eyes might feel heavy, or you might be crying. Those sorts of things.
And it's every time I've done that for a child, I don't know if you agree, like they get really kind of like, yeah, they kind of start looking at themselves going, oh yeah, that's what's going on for me. Like, oh Emily, you look like you're concentrating because you're coming up with these ideas and you're sitting upright, and you know, but I'm feeling a bit slow and because I'm slouching and I'm forgetting my words and what's going to come out next. And so when they start doing that, going, oh yeah, that is what I'm feeling, and they get a little bit more in tune, and they kind of think it's a bit, I don't know, a bit playful in a way as well.
Yeah, a bit silly sometimes.
Yeah.
Really valuable feedback for them to be getting then, because then that's how they can apply it to themselves.
Yeah, and bring that awareness to what's happening.